welcome to my YouTube channel. So subscribe to the channel and share the videos with your friends. So last time the last video ended in this question, but we're going to continue. I hope you had solved it. Okay, so continuing from the video that we left at, the question was saying, assuming that each firm is producing in the competitive industry has that when it also has that equation. Suppose the cost of each frame is given by, so the total cost of this frame was given as that. So that's our total cost that we have. Forget about the s that is in front here. You just have to focus on total cost is equals to 72 plus that the way it is. They're saying that calculate the profit maximizing output for the firms when price is equals to 16. So how do you do that? You know that we are still under perfect competition. The perfect competition produces at the point where price is equals to marginal cost. Yeah. So this is the condition that we're going to follow. But you have to know that price is the same thing as marginal revenue. So you can as well follow that condition, but you have to put in mind that under perfect competition, this is the actual condition that we're going to be following. Okay. So if we're going to find the profit maximizing output, we're going to follow this condition that is on top here. So what is our price? Our price will be given as 16. What is our marginal cost? Our marginal cost, we just differentiate a total cost function for us to find our marginal cost. So let us try to do that. So differentiating the equation. Okay, without wasting time, we know how to differentiate these equations. If you have something like this, you're going to differentiate upper. This will go because it will be 0. It's a constant to be 0. If you differentiate 4, you have 4 only. Then if you differentiate this part, we have 2q power 2. Just put this part, it's the power is 2. So 2 times 2, it's going to be 4. So we're going to have 4, then 2 minus 1, it's will give us q. Okay, so this is our marginal cost. So our price, we said our price is 16 is equals to 4 plus 4q, like that. So we're going to get this, we collect the like terms. 4 comes the other side, we say 4 is equals to 4q. We divide 4 there, we divide 4 there. We know that if we subtract there, we're going to be given what? 12, right? So 12 divided by 4, you'll be given quantity to be what? 3. So we found our profit maximizing output. Okay, then uh, question C says calculate the profit or losses of the firm above when the price is just 16. So how do you calculate profits? Profits, we are going to use the formula for profits. So we say profit is equals to total revenue minus uh, total costs. Okay, so we're going to say profit is equals to total revenue minus total costs. So what is our total revenue? Our total revenue can be found by saying total revenue is quantity times the price. Okay, so what is our price? We know that our price is what? Our price is 16. We multiply 16 times q, we are going to get 16q. Okay, so we've got 16q there. Okay, as our total revenue. So how do we get our, okay, let me just say 16q there. Then how do we get our total cost? Our total cost is this function that we have there. We just replace, while there is q, we're going to replace okay, yeah, while there is q, we're going to replace 3. That 3 that we found as quantity. Okay, so we're going to say 72. Let me just punch my calculator. 72 plus 4, then we put 3 there, plus 2, put, I mean, yeah, 2, we put 3, put 3 there, then power. So it gave me um 102. Okay, so even here I'm going to do the same thing, just multiply 16 times 3, it gave me 48. So here we're going to have 48 there. Okay, we have 48. If you subtract 48 minus 102, what is it going to give you? It's the total okay, so this is total profit. So the total profit is equals to negative 54. So if you find your answer to be negative, it means that this firm was making what? Losses. So for this question C, the firm was making losses. Okay, it's negative there. Then for D is saying calculate the market price at which profits would be zero. So we're trying to calculate the market price at which the profits are going to be zero. This means that yeah, basically trying to calculate the market price at the break even. Okay, that's what the question is saying. So how do you do that? This is in the long run. This can be in the long run. The actual thing is, I mean, the condition that we're going to follow is that average total cost is supposed to be equals to price. So this is what we're going to follow. Okay, so we're going to say what is our price? Our price is 16. Oh, market price, calculate the market price. So we don't have the market price actually. So we're going to follow this condition. We have to find our average total cost, then we differentiate it. We find the price that is there. Okay, so we're going to say that what is our average variable cost? We just differentiate this equation, then we replace 16. Yeah, we're going to replace what is that 3, the 3 that we found for quantity, we replace on the actual average variable cost function, then that will be our market price. Okay, that will be our market price. What I'm saying is we differentiate this, we divide this equation, the total cost function, by q. If we divide it, we're going to find 72 divided by q, like that, plus 4 will be divided by q, then plus 2 would also be divided by q, and it will remain with just q. Okay, so that's how it will be. And then after you found this, what do? You have to differentiate this equation again. Okay, you have to differentiate this equation again. So once you differentiate it, it is going to be d average total cost over d quantity. Okay, so if you differentiate it, you know that if you differentiate this part, you are going to be given negative 72 over quantity q squared. Okay, this will go, then here remain with plus 2. Okay, so you equate this part equals to 0, then you will get your 2 the other side. I don't know if you can see on this part, but let me try to put it here, to write here. So we said you differentiate, we put this part 0 to be 0, then you say negative 72 over quantity, okay, over quantity power 2 and plus 2. This 2 will come the other side, it will be negative. Okay, so it will be small, like we're just saying this. Let me just try to do this. Okay, let me just try to do this. Okay, it's more like we're saying it's like this, then we cross multiply this times that, it is going to give us 2q squared is equals to 72. Okay, something that you divide 2 there, you divide 2 there. Quantity, our quantity 2 is going to be 36. Then you bring in the square to cancel the 2. Then our quantity is going to be, what is the square root of 36? It's 6. Okay, so here our answer, the quantity is 6. So that quantity that we found to be 6, you just get that same quantity, you replace where on the average variable cost function that you found. Okay, when you just differentiated it, when you just divided with q there, so you are going to replace in this equation the answer that you're going to find. That's your answer. Okay, I'll move on to another question. Okay, question E. Question E was saying, what law of production do the firms for the do the firms costs described above satisfy? So whatever is being satisfied here or explained is falling under the short run. Okay, the short run, and the law is simply diminishing marginal returns. Okay, why is that? It's because we're saying it is in the short run because of sh- uh, fixed costs and variable costs, and under the short run, in the short run, that's why we find diminishing marginal returns as the law of production. Okay, then E. Okay, E was just from answering that. We're going to go on question 3. Question 3 was saying a flashing light manufacturing company has the following cost structure. Okay, some columns were intentionally left blank like that. We have quantity, we have marginal cost, and the weight is like that. We just go direct to the point. Okay, so we know that if we have such things, we're going to be asked to calculate marginal cost somewhere. We are going to be asked to calculate any other thing that will be there. Question A is saying that uh, supposing that the firm is uh, is a price taker. So still in the private competition is a price taker and can sell each flashlight it makes for $13. Graph the marginal cost and marginal revenue curves for this flashlight manufacturer. So we're going to consider the marginal cost that we have and the quantity that we have here. So we know that in the perfect competition, I hope you can see from here, in the perfect competition, our marginal cost is going, our marginal revenue is going to be constant like that. Okay, and then our marginal cost, this marginal cost, as you can see, it starts at 12, so it means that it went down like that, then it increased like that. If you plot it, I want you guys to plot, I'll just illustrate how it went. So it has to go like that and to go up like that, and the market price is 18. The maximum price that we have here is if we, yeah, so we're going to follow, we plot against this marginal cost. We're going to say 17, we have 17 somewhere there, we have 12 somewhere there, we have 8 somewhere there, and we have 10 somewhere. Okay, if we plot it like that, we have 4 somewhere here. They made the mistake. So as you can see, 4 equals 13. It means that here at this point where price is equals to marginal cost, the quantity is supposed to be 4. So we have 4 here as the output. So you can try to plot it and you're going to find what I'm talking about. So this is our marginal cost and that's our quantity and that's our price, something like that. So what I'm saying here is we found to say the market price is 30 and we found to say the quantity, the profit maximizing output is 4. So that's the quantity that is there. Okay, so you can as well try to calculate this on these graphs that are, I mean on these things, on these table spaces that they left in these blank spaces in the table above that is there. So what I'm saying is it's there. So we are just from drawing the graph in question A. Let's go for question B. Question B is saying if you apply marginal analysis, what does the figure you drew in part B, I mean in part A, imply is the profit maximizing output level of the firm? And that's from saying it was 4. Okay, because that is where it meets the condition where we say price is equals to marginal cost. So it's 4. Then C is saying assume that the firm has fixed cost of 10. So we're going to assume that this firm has the fixed cost as 10. Calculate the total cost. So we're going to try to calculate the total cost. We also calculate the total revenue and the profits. Okay, so we assume that the firm are going to use the same blank spaces that were left here as they left them. So we're going to say we're trying to calculate profit. We're also going to calculate the total cost. We're also going to try to calculate okay, let me say total revenue here and total cost that side. Okay, and then profit is going to come there. So how we have, let me just cut it there. We have our fixed cost as 10. Fixed cost as 10. So we say 10 there, 10 there, 10 there, just like that. Throughout you have 10. You're going to have 10. So how do you find the the total cost? Total cost is simply we get this fixed cost, we add it to the first average cost that we have here. Our answer is going to be what? Our answer is going to be 10. We get the same 10, we add it with 20. I mean, that the 10 that we found there, we're going to add it with 12, which is going to give us 22. 22 plus 8, it is going to give us what? 30, right? 30 plus 10, 40. 40 plus 30, 50, 53. And the last one is going to be, we say 53. My 53 plus 17. Our answer is 70. So we have 70 there. So now to find total revenue, you just multiply quantity times, quantity times uh, oh yeah, so for us to find this, we are going to multiply quantity times the cost that we are finding, the market price that we are using, which is 13 here. So we say 0 times 13, your answer will be 0. 1 times 13, your answer is going to be 13. Just like that throughout. Once you are done with that, you are going to, for you to find the profits here, you are going to follow the formula, which you say profit is equals to total revenue minus total cost. These total revenues that you're going to find here, just multiplying, subtracting them with total costs here, and your answers will be there. Okay, so your answers will be there. Then the question, this says, with flashlight selling for 13, what is the maximum profits the firm can make? What should it do? So the maximum profits, I calculated this, just calculated this. So the maximum profit that the firm is going to make, if you calculate, this is, try to do this on your own, but if you calculate the maximum profits that you're going to find are going to be on two outputs, output 3, which is negative 1, and on quantity 4, which is also negative 1. So then the maximum profit were negative 1, and the firm should continue to produce um, between quantity 3 to quantity 4. So that is the answer, and that is what the firm should do. We move on to question 4. Question 4 is saying, suppose that the monopolist, the monopolistic firm produces hair dryers. So this firm is basically going to be producing hair dryers. Okay, so it doesn't matter what it is producing. All what matters is what you've been given in the table and any other thing. The chart below shows the various quantity and everything. Okay, so here, before you even start solving anything that is down here, you have to check how your table is. So you've been given to say you calculate total revenue. Total revenue, how do you calculate it? Do you have price and do you have quantity? We have quantity and we have price. So you just multiply this times that, you find the answers throughout here by multiplying the two. Marginal revenue, do we have quantity and price? Of course we have. How do we find that? Just marginal revenue is going to be the change in the total revenue over the change in the total, in the outputs. Okay, so change between these two. So the change, example, here we have 0, we have 0. Change here, it will be 100. 100 over 1. So 100 divided by 1, it's 100. You go on the next part, it will give you, should be 80 or so. Change here should be 10. Okay, should be 10. Change there should be 10. Okay, just like that, you go throughout, the changes are going to come like that. Okay, for the marginal cost, you're going to find the changes, marginal revenue, the changes are going to be there. Now the question is saying, if fill in the total. Okay, so just from filling in, you follow the instructions that I'm just from saying. Total revenue, you're going to find it the way I said you should. Marginal revenue, you're going to find it the way I said you should. Okay, then B is saying if marginal cost is equals to marginal revenue at 20. Okay, at 20, what what is the profit maximizing level of production, assuming that the firm. Okay, so you just have to find the point where, since we have marginal cost here, we have marginal, I mean we have marginal revenue here, sorry guys, since we have marginal revenue here, so you just have to find the point where marginal revenue is 20. Then you look, you drag it the other side, then your quantity, that's your answer, because that is what they are looking for. Okay, try to find that as well. Alright, I think in the next video try to start from monopoly. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video with your friends, and yeah, let us do as wise. Let us prepare for the exam adequately. Thank you for watching.